Well, look, there are two big things that we focus on here in Melbourne when it comes to the costs and particularly costs as a barrier to action. The first point is to really dig into the economics of not investing now creates massive costs in the future, and that for every dollar invested now, that will have a multiple dollar return in the future from a community economic and social outcome. And from our perspective, building those types of scenarios and bringing that information to people is important. I don't want to say justify, but really rationalising the investment today to offset future costs and for people to understand what those risks are in the future, and frankly, cost to them as well, personally, as well as costs across the city. This has been an important plank of overcoming some of those barriers. The other one for us has really been to go to the commercial opportunities, frankly, that come particularly from adaptation. I know there's a lot of money in mitigation and people get that in terms of now moving into renewable energy. I think there's much more of an understanding, but a lot of that investment happens at scale because we're transitioning energy systems and infrastructure. The other commercial opportunity does lie in adaptation. And one of those areas of focus for us at the moment has been in the retrofit of existing commercial buildings. The biggest emitter for us in cities comes from existing commercial buildings, and we need to electrify them at scale. We've calculated here at the moment about 7 buildings a year are being electrified, and we need that to be 70 buildings a year to be able to hit our targets by 2040. And being able to create an economic business case for building owners on the improvement to the value of their property, the improved appeal to tenants in the future of an upgraded, retrofitted building, the appeal to workers in those buildings, and of course then the benefit that they will be able to create across the broader community, but very much those commercial imperatives, and having other stakeholders like real estate agents echo that and present their own cases for change has helped us create some momentum. Still got a lot to go, but presenting those economic opportunities from adaptation is important to seeing change and action. I think a lot of people are interested in the way that they can contribute to the greater good, but their day-to-day decisions are based on the impact on them and what their capabilities are and what is the economic impact on their business or even on them personally. By taking a different tack, investing with them, providing economic rationale, showing the business case of the way forward, bringing in other advocates and frankly avenues of support. That's something we've been able to do with state and federal government, is look for those funding sources where building owners particularly may not have the means to undertake a retrofit program, but the payback is very, very good economically once they achieve those cost savings from reducing energy, for example, once they realise better tenants because of their upgraded buildings or new capital growth in their assets. Those paybacks are excellent. So sometimes it's just being able to provide the funding in the short term to see the action. All of those things really make a difference because you have to be able to go to people's own agendas to be able to have them contribute to the greater good.